Hi, everybody. So, welcome back. Today, we are having another gossip session, and we'll be talking about so much. So, I want us to talk about this whole stabbing incident that happened in the UK because it's just like really crazy. Um, so, this 15-year-old girl was stabbed by a 17-year-old boy. Let me pull up the news.
Mm. Hello, Phyllis.
It was just
Yeah,
really,
that is
really crazy.
definitely sad.
I
And when
because
you
when I
hear
saw the
like
news,
why,
I was when I read the why, I was even more mad because
yeah, I was pissed off. I was like, really? Like this is what it's coming to is like you can't be rejected, you can't say no, like and then whatever the altercation was that I guess transpired that was supposed to have overflowed off the bus because it all started on a bus and then they were supposed to have gotten off the bus and uh I guess it happened on the sidewalk. But it's just so sad. This young lady
she
basically
was 50.
she
A
lost her
lot.
life because she said no.
It was not actually even her. So let me pull up the full story. The clip of
Being her
the
friend,
hospital
her
stuff.
friend. I'm sorry.
Yes, it was her friend. Let me play the clip from the stuff. Let me bring it up because it was so really annoying that someone just lost their life because someone cannot take no. So yes,
Girl who was
Mhm.
stabbed to death in Croydon was trying to protect her friend from her ex-boyfriend, it's been claimed. The teenager was killed on her way to school in South London yesterday morning. Witnesses claim a boy tried to give his ex flowers and a love note on the bus before chasing her with a foot-long machete when she rejected the gesture. The pair reportedly split up recently and a row broke out between them, ending in him pulling out the knife. The 15-year-old is said to have leapt to her friend's defence, resulting in her being stabbed. Despite the best efforts of local people and emergency services, she died at the scene. A 17-year-old boy remains in custody. The family of a 15-year-old who was stabbed to death in Croydon have shared their heartbreak at the loss of their beautiful girl. Eliana Andam was killed on her way to school, whilst reportedly trying to protect her friend from her ex-boyfriend. It's claimed he pulled out a foot-long machete and stabbed her after she leapt to her friend's defence. Now her aunt has paid tribute to her niece, revealing she wanted to be a lawyer and had a great future ahead of her. She told the Daily Mail the family is absolutely devastated and it hasn't sunk in yet. A 17-year-old boy remains in custody and police are not looking for anyone else in connection to the offence.
do you know what's actually like more crazy about this is that this girl is a Ghanaian and I can't believe this. Like she legit lost her life because one young boy could not just take no. And this whole
Right.
thing just moves to all this like alpha male rubbish where they keep saying it's this is the result of all this men's movement that is going around that they feel like, oh, the men are own the woman, the men can do whatever they want to do with the woman and we cannot say anything. So it's just like really like very disappointing that someone that had like a good future ahead of her, she was a very pretty girl, to be
Hmm.
stabbed. And for me, this guy has to he needs to be tried as an adult because for the love of me,
Absolutely.
it's premeditated. You don't just get a match. Like he carried a machete, a very big, like they said it was very big with jagged end like edges. That means it was either she accepts his love or he was going to kill her.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was
That's
premeditated.
exactly. Yep.
There's a difference between, oh, it was a mistake. There's not even. There's no way you can
Yeah,
say it's
or
a
they even try to say like, crime of passion. No, this was premeditated because he had the machete on him. He had, the flowers in the note. She rejected it. He chased her. Her friend jumped to her defense and you killed the friend. So you was willing to kill any and everyone to get to her. If you couldn't have her, no one else can. That's like that it mm-mm, that is sad. Like you could not take the rejection. Now you're older, you know, come on. I don't, it saddens me. And sometimes it's like I've heard stories from guys who said like, when they were younger, like girls basically ignored them. They really didn't, you know, like they felt alone. They got angry because they felt like they wasn't attractive. Like they, you know what I'm saying? So was this a case like that? You finally got a girlfriend, you got attention, you didn't want to lose it, and still it
I
doesn't,
don't think
there's
so.
no excuse. I don't care what the
Like
fucking
this
reason was. There's no excuse for you
this
taking
is
a life.
this is this is a result of parents not teaching their children how to handle no. Because if we look at it, every single time people are telling the girl child, oh, you need to act like this, oh, you need to do this, oh, you need to do that. Every single time they are singing it into the girl's child head. The girl child cannot do anything without people like looking at it. And then everybody forgets to raise the boy child. Now this is why we're
Hmm.
having this is like the third death amongst like teenagers because of rejection of love that has happened, like that has been announced like big on the news, international news. This is like the third one. Now imagine the ones that are like high happening on the G. In India, a man took a not the American one that he smashed the girl with the stone. No, in India, he carried the girl and he slammed her head on the ground. And this girl, I think she was about 14 years and he was in his 20s because she said no. Another man raped a 27-year-old man raped an 8-year-old girl and then beat her up because she refused his orders. So what exactly they want girls to do? They say no, they're saying no, you're killing them. They say dress appropriately, you're dressing appropriately, you're still raping them. So what exactly do you then want girls to do exactly that will save us? There is nothing. The menace is the boys. Nobody's raising the boys. And then they are watching all this podcast with all these women that feel like, oh, we need to do this. Can you imagine?
No,
That's
and that's the whole thing. The propaganda in this, like you had men who don't even know how to truly treat women or be men, giving like acting like leaders, and you have young, impressionable, boys feeding into that shit. Like, in people say, they always blame music and television and things like that, but you have to look at what is being shown. We've talked about it several times about how even in the black community and on black shows, they're only showing one narrative. Where are the good black men? Why are y'all not showing the good fathers? Why are you guys not showing the good husbands, the good relationships, the ones that are healthy, the ones that are actually can help, the next generation? It's not being shown. We're not getting that. But there's
But
still.
that's because the parents are not doing anything. Let's break it down into
Absolutely.
the
You gotta,
father
and
side.
that's what I was about to say. You can't just look at television. No, you have to look in the home. What are these parents teaching these kids? How is it that you're like, you shouldn't feel so rejected that you're willing to kill someone else because they're not giving you that love and attention? If you was getting that love and attention at home, it's like maybe you wouldn't feel that way. Like, I don't, mm-mm.
I don't
Parents,
think it's about getting love and attention because let me say what I want to say. Let's bringing it back to the family unit. So we have before we go into the comments to see what people are saying there, we have the male child. Nobody is even thinking about how they are acting. Nobody's thinking about what they are doing, how their actions are harming people. Everybody's looking at the female child. The men
mhm.
who are supposed to be the example for the male child, they are also abusing women. So what exactly are they going to look for? Okay, even if who is nurturing these male children? Nobody. Men do not want to nurture. They're leaving all the nurturing jobs to the women. While the women, they feel like nurturing is telling their boys, oh, boys can be boys. Meanwhile, they lock their girl child. with padlock at home. They tell their girl child, don't do this, don't do that, don't do that. If a boy touches you, run away. If a boy, why why must the why are you teaching the female child how to always run away instead of teaching the male child how to not touch people when they do not want to be touched, how to not pursue people, rape people if they do not want to be? Why that I was asking somebody that why is it that all the emphasis is on, oh, the female child should come back home before 7 p.m. The female child, oh, do not go to midnight, oh, the female child, oh, do not wear short skirts, oh, the female child, oh, do not when the problem is the men. The men are the ones raping, the men are the ones killing, the men are the ones doing everything, but everybody's saying the female child, don't do, don't do, don't do. We're not going to that's we're never going to
You know
find
what?
any.
When you're right, you're right. When you're right, you're right. Where where does that go? But that also goes back to the, in the home. There are fathers who actually teach their sons that. And there is a generation that actually has been taught that. But the ones who haven't, the ones who aren't, is there an outlet for them to be taught? Yeah, there are men's groups, but now it's like the activism is not turning into what it needs to be, because a lot of these people they're hollering rights for women and protecting them and this that, and the third, while behind closed doors they're being just as abusive. So what is it going to take? Where do we go? What do we do? As a mom of boys, I can raise my boys as much as I can, but I can't raise them like men or like a man can. I don't do things that men do. So there's certain things I can't do. I have accepted that. But one thing that I have done, and I have let it be known, is listen, I've tried to teach them all points and sides of life and let them know this is how you treat a woman, because I am a woman and I know how I want to be treated. They have seen, abuse. I was in an abusive relationship. They've seen it, but they also learned from it. Because for me, just as well as it was for them, it was a lesson learned, teaching moment. This shit's not going to happen again. Listen here, I put up with it. Okay, I did it. Me and my kids, we talked about it. There was an explanation. There was understanding. There was questions asked. There was answers. There's truth all the way around. But the conversation has to happen, and there has to be more men willing to actually be men.
But they're
But
not willing. Like when I went
but
to
it
the
has
Twitter,
to start.
every single person was blaming, oh, why didn't like someone even had the audacity to say, oh, why didn't she just collect the flowers and accept and then go back and break up with him? But he's still going to come back to school and machete her. So what's the difference? He's still going to come back to school and stab somebody. So even if she accepts the flowers, why must she accept the flowers? I thought you guys were the pioneers of saying, oh, women can just say no. She said no.
Hmm.
He's killed. Okay, she collects the flowers, accepts his love, goes home, breaks up with him. He's still going to come back and kill her. So what exactly is the
Yeah,
point? Anyways,
yeah.
let's go
That
into
it still comes back to the rejection. Women have not been allowed to say no for a very, very long time. However, it's always been a problem. So, and it's like just like you said, even if she took the flowers, went home, still broke up, still said no, we're not getting back together. Because a lot of times in a narcissist's mind, because that's also some narcissistic shit in a way. Okay, you left me, but I'm going to try to get you back by giving you gifts. I'm gonna gift you my love. I'm gonna try to win you back by buying you. Okay, so if you accept what I give you, that means you accept us being back together. So even if she accepted it, in his mind they're back together, but she's saying no, we're not. You're right. He was still going to kill her. And you never know. At that time it could have been her, her parents, her whole family, and anybody else. And we would have never known. Or it would have been found out later on.
so good afternoon, Nikki. Hi, Nikki. Hi, Phyllis. Welcome to the chat. Unprovoked auntie is actually really sad. I'm happy for her. Yes. Hi, Berlin.
Yeah.
This
Hi,
has
Braylon,
to
unprovoked
do.
auntie.
Oh, did you mean this has to
Nika.
do with premeditation? I think. he was going to kill her anyways. Yes, even
Mm-hmm.
if they break up, whenever they want to break up in the relationship, was going to kill her anyways. Hey everyone, yes, it's so sad. A 15 years old child dying because one little child cannot take no. You have 17. He needs
Mm-hmm.
to be tried as an adult.
Yeah.
Nobody's raising the men. What do people
Exactly.
expect in this aspect? Fathers are scared of nurturing. Mothers are babying the boys. So where do we? So how do we go from here? Hmm. Hi,
Well,
Jenica.
that's the question. That is definitely the question. But I agree with you. He needs to be tried as an adult. You no, you are definitely an adult, bruh. I don't get. Ooh, shit, no. Go right now. There's no excuse. I don't care what you were going through at that time. That gives you no right to take anyone's life, especially not a young, aspiring, you know, teenage girl who had her whole life ahead of her. Like she was so beautiful. This is where does it and then I was just talking to you right before we got on here because right before we got on here I seen also that there was a shooting in the Netherlands at a hospital and a home at a medical center. 32-year-old guy kills a mom, her 14-year-old daughter, and then another man.
Let me search out the news
Eh,
in Netherlands.
Yeah, and I'm just like this is crazy. This just happened a few hours ago.
19 minutes ago, twin shootings in Netherlands kill twin shootings in Netherlands kill three, including teenager. The toll comes to after a 32-year-old shooter opened fire on a residence and a hospital. What was the rationale? Dutch police have announced the death of three people after a 30-year-old shooter opened fire on a residence and a university hospital in Rotterdam on Thursday. The police told reporters that the shooter, who, oh my god, the comments are still up. I think it's blocking the screen. Let me remove it up. The police told the reporters that the shooter who acted alone was apprehended and motive behind the shooting remains unknown. Wow, so he was actually caught alive instead of shot on sight.
Hmm.
Wow. The police confirmed on social media that the shooting took place at the Rotterdam Medical Center and a residence. So he shot in two places. Wow, I
Hmm.
shoot at two places. Also stating that fire broke out at both locations. A press conference is being organized by local officials as well. The man first burst into a house in the Dutch port city and opened fire, killing a 39-year-old woman and seriously injuring a 14-year-old daughter. Police Chief Fred Westerbeck told reporters the girl later died of her injuries. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Hmm.
Why are people falling on this? It's crazy. People are not running fast enough for me because I would have been out of bed ASAP. A lot of people are. Let me keep reading. I think many people actually died. He then moved to a classroom at Erasmus MC University Hospital, shooting dead a 46-year. Okay, so what's his reason? Because this doesn't make sense now. Because everything is not looking intertwined. It just looks like he wanted to kill people. According to the Dutch news AMP, police officers went to the hospital university looking for additional victims or people who may be hiding. Police were seen telling students, some of whom were dressed in medical gowns, to escape outside as highly armed arrest squad came in. In one video, a man wearing what seemed to be a camouflage trouser was handcuffed. 2 hours later, the authorities said there have been several deaths and the victim's family have been notified. This is a very dark day, the caretaker. Oh my god, like it just seems like he wanted to kill.
Yeah. They said that the woman and her daughter lived he lived close to them and he was a student at the medical center.
So what is your rationale killing someone that doesn't have like a relationship with you?
Right.
Because they don't seem like the two killings don't seem together. You're killing teachers and then you're killing your neighbors.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
tell
understand.
you, this is where my rational went. As soon as I heard it and I started seeing him, I pieced it, and I was just like, okay, either he's had a relationship or he has an infatuation with the woman. He knows them, he's seen them. Maybe the professor or somebody at his school knows this woman as well. Could there have been a relationship? I don't know. Could it have been that this teacher or whoever it was that was at the school gave him a bad grade? He had a problem, uh, some type of issue happened. So he specifically went to kill that person, I feel. Like, I don't feel like it was like he went to just like kill several people. Like, I don't know, for some reason it just seemed like it was intentional, the people that he did kill. So I feel like he has more of a connection with these people than is being known right now, because it also said that he set fire to both places. So what was he trying to cover up? Like,
Probably to cover up the relationship between the two, because it's
yeah.
so weird that there are fire in two places that you killed people. Funny enough, why do I feel like the two are actually like people he wanted to kill? Then he shot like random other people to make it seem weird and like crazy.
Hmm. Yeah, like it was just random type. Mm. It's
That's
yeah,
actually that's
yeah.
actually really crazy. Yeah,
It's a lot
women
going
can't
on.
say no. Yeah, women can't say no. Women can't say anything. And people who worship Andrew Tate and the rest, I think he was getting dragged yesterday because people feel like his teachings that all these young boys are now following. And he's one of the persons that keeps saying that, oh, I'll beat up women, I'll beat up this, I'll beat up that. Like there was even one of his videos that actually went viral yesterday. Let me put it up. And let me put it up. Listen to what he was
Girls
saying.
come to me and go, yeah, beat it up. I was like, oh, yeah, okay, cool. No, I mean it. No, bitch, I mean it. I guarantee I changed the way you look at sex forever. You're gonna be fucking crying. I won't cry. I bet you cry, bitch. I bet you fucking cry. You're saying I wouldn't cry. You're challenging me to a fight. You're saying I can't hurt you. You're out of your fucking mind? I don't even have to fuck you. Forget the sex part. That's a distraction. My dick can stay in my pants. I'll just start beating the shit out of you. How about that? We walk in the bedroom. I start kicking your ass. No sex. No sex involved. But you cry then. Girls come to me and go, yeah, beat it up.
Do you see how
he's
crazy
a
that is?
he's an ass. He's just a jackass.
Because how do someone say that from their mouth and feel like that actually makes sense?
You just admitted to being an abuser. Like,
But why do
and you find pleasure in it. Like, you take, like, this is no. That's abuse. That's not sex. That's not dom. That's just abuse. There's a difference. That's
it's
sick.
just
He's sick. You
it's
can
very
look at him and just tell that something's just off with him. Like, you don't want to, like, don't leave your drink around him.
oh yes, this is like one point that people have been saying because I don't understand how someone will have this much animosity towards
Hmm.
women except if they do not like women.
That's what listen, I wasn't going to be the one to say it, so thank you. Thank you, Bye. No, honey, yeah, he's something else. Mm, yeah.
It's definitely something around the rainbow region. Because the amount of hatred it spews towards women is just so unnecessary. It's like it just doesn't make sense. And now we're having dumb ass people, dumb ass young boys dumbass men
Exactly. I was about to say he's
because
the
they are
reason, and he's a part
so
of that dumbass movement that has these young men feeling like that, feeling like
they're
it's
like,
okay and
do
it's
you watch
smart.
do you watch Andrew Tate? Did you hear what he said? Women did this, women did that. Man, shut the fuck up. You guys were the ones who made the rules. Women started playing by the rules and now you're mad.
Hmm.
Makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah,
Now
like,
let's
go ahead.
no go on.
No, I was just saying, like, looking at that and hearing that, and then just knowing what happened is, it's like, you dumbass, it's you. You are the reason for shit like this. Like, you want, let's cancel. Just come on, cancel culture's real, guys. Right? Let's cancel the right ones, the ones
You
that
will
are
never
actually
get
hurting and
cancelled
destroying
because
our children.
you will never get cancelled because men live voraciously through them. We have a lot of misogynistic men, and then they use all these all these men they call themselves red pill men to excuse their hate for women. See that one thing
Hmm.
that people always say is that men love men, they just have to accommodate women because of their sexuality. And since then I heard that from one person, I'm like, oh, that actually does make sense because they trash the way or how far they will go to normalize or to support abuse of women. That just shows you that yeah, they don't like women. But let's move
No,
on to the
absolutely
next
not.
story.
But yeah,
It's just really crazy. Now let's go on to Spice and Erica. You see, I was so happy they aired. At first I was like, oh, why did you want to air this nonsense? Who talk about colorism, racism, blah blah blah. I was even like sad-eyeing them at that point. But when that exclusive clip played, my mouth legit fell down, and I'm like, they just really wanted to put the nail in the coffin for Erica because finally people who have been supporting her so much they have nothing to work with now. So let me play the
hmm
clip.
I wanted to talk to you. Calling a black person a monkey, listen, I was offended.
You was
And for you,
offended
and let me tell you,
because you chose to be offended,
no.
Andy.
I was offended
because you know me. No one's going to
Erica,
violate me using
it's
my
not
child.
about
There's no
violate.
boundaries at that
Listen,
point. Once you cross that
cannot
line,
cross a racial
I even told her
boundary.
she should have died on that table.
Listen, but what you said to her
and what she said to me,
when you called
but
her
what
a
she
monkey,
said to
you
me,
insulted
but what
every
she
person
no,
of
I
African
didn't.
descent.
No,
let me explain
it's
to you why.
guys that want to be offended
Erica,
by it.
You think
It
I want
has
to be?
nothing
I
to
wanted
do
to be
with
offended
you.
by 400
You
years of
obviously
slavery.
do.
The reason
It's
why I have
2023.
yes.
Why,
And this is the
as
thing.
minorities, are we comparing ourselves to something that?
The problem, Erica, this is the problem.
Okay.
And that's why I want to
That's
know.
what I don't understand.
And this is exactly why I wanted to have the conversation with you.
The bitch crossed the line. She violated me by coming for my son, and I will do it all over the again if she does it again. It's just point blank, period.
Erica. Hmm. Let me tell y'all, she's another one. She's been showing herself from jump. She has been showing who she is, and everybody wanted to just go ahead and honestly, they was giving her a pass. She's been getting passes, and I've seen some very, very dumb shit in comments. I think it was like yesterday or something like that, and it was like, how can Erica be racist and she has a black baby daddy? I was like, y'all are dumb as fuck. Y'all
White
are the
women are
most
racist and
stupid.
they still sleep with black men.
Like,
Black
just because you
white
like
women are
black,
racist and sleep with black
listen, just because
women.
you like black dick don't mean you like black people. Listen, there's a difference, baby. There is a difference. And actually, yesterday, if Braylon's still here, I was on Braylon's live yesterday, and I was talking about this. And I, even gave the example of my ex was messing with a white girl, and I'm telling you, baby, every time she was mad, he was every nigga you could think of, quick, fast, and in a hurry. And I'm talking about with the hard R. So listen, that don't matter. That does not matter. And Latino, like, listen here. They also want to act like, oh well, she's saying that she's black because she's this and she's that, and she first off, she's never claimed Afro Latina. Never has she claimed it. Yo soy Afro Latina, okay? But baby, I'm still not out here saying what is and what ain't and calling different races different shit just because, honey, I'm a mixed. I'm a mixed of something. I look like I'm black as ever, but guess what? I am who I am. I accept it. I walk in my truth. I stand in it. But you are not about to sit here and play in my fucking face and act like you finna use that movement to help your narrative for you calling a black woman a gorilla and saying she should have died on a table. Baby, you need to get your ass whooped in a dark alley. That's just how I feel.
And it's the audacity to say this is 2023, we should stop. I was like, what does it being 2023 have to do with we not calling out racism?
Right. Like
Like,
this is,
that's
come on, we can
crazy.
call it out more now without, really the fear of of dying quickly. At least if they come for us, it's going to take some time. Hell, but now it's like, no, you can't call out racism because, or, as soon as you do, you're the problem. You know what I'm saying? You're you're only doing that because you want attention. It's like, damn, no, I'm doing it because this is what it is. And this is, you know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
speaking on the truth. And for her to show like there was no remorse. I'll do it. When she said I'll do it again, baby, we know because you've done it before, and you'll continue to do it because you find no problem in it. Nobody has told her no. That's a problem. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't say that. And the people who have, she doesn't give a fuck about because guess what? They're the very people that she's calling that. The ones who are getting offended and telling her, "Hey, that's not right." She don't give a fuck because she looks at them as gorillas.
And they then brought out let me make this so we can see this bigger. So they brought out a tweet where she was also calling black women like roaches. She was like, yeah, go another delusional stripper on the loose. This roach is a serious bomb. And I've noticed that they always tend to call black women roaches. And every single time the same black women will look for excuses for them calling them roaches. Every like clock every single time.
Right.
It's just really exhausting because there are some black women that are still like rationalizing why she should be able to call them roaches, why she should be able to throw all these racist slurs. You can't make
That's
this
what
shit up.
I'm saying. All
Black
it takes is
people,
one
I keep
person,
telling
right?
someone that black people are their worst enemies. They will hate so bad on a black person and they will uplift anybody that is white.
hmm and that's something else too. And then also, there are times where people want to use this movement for the wrong fucking thing, just like all of them. Like, don't call out racism when it's not racism. But in this case, this bitch, come on now. I'm sorry. What else is it? What else? Like, you listen. I don't give a fuck how many black dudes you lay down with. I do not care about that because at the end of the day, that does not mean that is what you. Let me tell you something. I seen something so stupid years ago, and it always stuck with me because it never made sense. This was on Jerry Springer, probably like in the '90s. He had like, how Jerry brings different people on. Well, he had people who were racist. This was one of them episodes where he had the Klan on there. And he was, doing interviews with them, and they're talking about how they hate black this, black that, black. They don't like nothing. But the girl started making her coffee, and they said, "How do you want your coffee?" And this bitch said, "Black." I said, "Well, damn. Okay. What goes in you doesn't always mean that's how you feel on the outside. I guess you can put black anything inside you. Don't mean you like it on the outside. Fine." And that's what it is with everything. Erica, you like black dick, baby, but that doesn't mean that you like black people. You
Oh,
don't
she
like
hates
black. You definitely don't like black women. And it's so crazy because most of the time you're trying to emulate them to the third power.
she is. She almost looks black.
Like, stand in your truth. Like, don't sit there and don't hate because you get called out on shit. Don't always act like somebody's trying to come for you and then you use that excuse as, oh, she was coming for my son. Like, what did she say so bad about your son? Did she specifically say something about your son for her to be a gorilla and she should have died on the table? You wishing death upon people. This goes beyond racism. This is pure hatred. Like, you hate this woman so bad that you wish death upon her? She has children of her own. She's a mother her damn self. So you're saying you would rather her children not have her because you hate her that much? All right.
Like, make it make sense.
Right. And you
Make
got to
it make
explain that shit to your kids.
sense.
You're going to have to explain all this to your kids because trust and believe this shit's not going to die down.
It's not
Somebody,
because they'll
the
ask you,
internet lives.
why did you become broke? You would have to answer that particular question. And it's just like really crazy that everybody is trying to, and like, Black people were so embarrassing sometimes because everybody's trying to rationalize why she said this, why she said that. But someone asked the question, if it was a clearly white person, because this girl has so much tan her skin that she's almost like a black person. If it was a clearly white person saying all this, nobody will even wait 1 minute.
Uh-uh.
Latinos, they are used to this. It's not the first time. I don't think I've not seen any Latino celebrity not call Black women roach. I don't think I've not seen anyone.
Uh-uh. Uh-uh.
It's just crazy.
Especially not. Listen, what about the real ones? Like, I have not seen, um, who was it? What's the name? Vergara. I don't know why her first name's not coming to me. Sofia Vergara. Like, I've never heard her. I mean, honestly, we know J Lo appropriates. We're not gonna talk about J Lo because J Lo's
Oh,
a whole other conversation and topic. Because, huh,
stole a Black woman's voice, stole a Black woman's everything.
like
Talk about that.
they will steal the culture, but then turn around and act like we should be okay with it. Would you be okay if somebody stole from you? If somebody stole your entire identity, they took your name, your social, they started, you know, doing shit that you really don't even do, but because they feel like you would do it, that's what they're doing. How would you feel? Like that? I think people need to see that shit. Like, this is identity theft. Like, how would you truly feel if somebody came and stole your life?
Like, I was so happy when she said she would do it again. She really felt all those people that were supporting her their hands. Like, I was happy because they were coming so hard at everybody, bashing everybody, talking about saying Black women, we are too this, we are too that. Now she
Hmm.
exposed them now. Now they look stupid.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And she put, so listen, that came from her chest. That she meant every fucking word of what she said, and that is fine. That is absolutely okay. Stand on it. Just make sure you stand on it because it's like you've been doing this for a very long time. This isn't the first time, and honestly, we're gonna call out the network too because they know she's done this before.
They know.
They know she's been
They
doing this.
waited
So for y'all to
till
wait until
all the
now,
backlash was bad before they said, "Oh, let's save ourselves."
yeah, and then was saying that she filmed for I guess like 7 months or something. Even after that conversation had been had, she had still continued to film afterwards. So it's like the network needs to be held accountable as well because y'all are allowing this to happen, which they've been doing it. This is love and hip hop. Their focus is on the ratchet. It's on the mess, the drama, you know. But oh, this evidently has gotten too big, so now they have to make a move to try to save their ass because they know, well, we're in hot water.
But you
But it's
can't
like,
blame them. They have to save their network. Their main consumers are Black people, so obviously they will save themselves over her a million times. So I think we also need to look from there, like business wise. I would save myself too over
Absolutely.
somebody that is working for me. And yes, auntie, they hate black women, but they love the black thing. The
Yeah.
same for both white women. But to black men, they feel like, oh, every other race apart from black women treats them good. Well, no wonder you guys get killed. Can't say that.
Mhm. That's exactly what it is. And I'm gonna tell you
And they will take
that,
you for all you have to give.
and I'm gonna say majority of the males are the same way. Like they don't like black men, but they love black women.
Mhm.
Like so, but still, don't like. When I saw that comment about her having black kids, like y'all are stupid as hell.
She doesn't even have black kids. She has a mixed. I think we need to start like
Right. I
separating the
mean, just
whole.
because the father's from Jamaica and he's black, they consider what the father is. So that's how it works here. Whatever your father is what your culture is considered.
Nah,
So,
I think it's because we've done that too much that we have too many culture vultures.
yeah. Say that again. Say that again. I learned that early. We used to get in trouble because, they try to box you in. Oh, you're black. No, your skin. You look no. No, we gotta let no 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 no. We're not doing that shit in this family. This is what you are. We're about to have a family tree. We're about to take a little history lesson on what you are and all of the cultures. Like, no, this uh, girl. I can't with Erica though. I can't. And a lot of times these girls they will talk mess because they have been allowed to do so for so long. And that's what it is with Erica. Like if them cameras was off and somebody really just like went up to her ass and whooped her ass for the shit she does, she piped down. She would pipe down. She's gonna call the police. Okay. Now listen, she's definitely going to call the police, which is fine, but she needs a good ass whooping. And I'll stand on that.
Yeah, it's just like really sad that oh they had to wait
Yeah.
till this whole thing because I don't think they care.
No. And to film for 7 months after, it's just like, hmm.
She's just the thing is that she's just mad that people are calling her out and people are no longer like interested in whatever nonsense she has to say. So she's just like lashing out at every single person. But please, you have to hold yourself accountable. The network is not going to save you and make themselves fall. That's not how business works. I'm going to throw you under the bus and save myself. That's how
Right.
true business works. And that's one thing she needs to actually understand about this whole thing.
How do you feel about this round table that they're starting, on racism? What do you think about that?
I feel like it's corny, but at least it showed more perspective on why most of the cast did not like speak up for her. Because after that clip played, I'm like, wow, wrap this shit up.
Okay. Well, moving on.
So
That's
let's
fine.
talk about this Potomac stuff. Let me pull it up. You will see why oh shit, why did I stop my screen from sharing? You will see why I said it was sort of boring because for all the drama that happened while they were shooting, it was weird. So here's the trailer. We're going to be reacting to it.
We are all Black women, and we're all going through our different things in our lives, and we're going to embrace that, okay? We're going to keep Potomac weird, okay? We
So is the screen showing properly? Because I don't know if it's showing properly. Because I'm not there. Okay, it's actually showing properly from here. So let's start the reaction.
going through our different things in our lives, and we're going to embrace that, okay? We're going to keep Potomac weird, okay? Weird
Do you want me to stop dancing?
No, never.
Cut the city tight and get that booty right. Ah! Oh my God! I would like to introduce you to Demi and Diamond.
Who at the table swallows? There is a new grand dame.
I don't understand why
Potomac.
this ad was made like
If only it
this.
were that simple.
At what word?
This season on The Real Housewives of Potomac.
The best drag show ever!
I had a contact high with Ganji. Open up, Giselle. I'm wide open.
Bam! I got your mole with the two pieces of hair coming out.
Ladies, this is my friend Neko I was telling you about.
Hello, everyone.
How are you?
My daddy's a rich bitch, and he made sure his daughter was a rich bitch, too. Thanks for buying me a $2 million house.
I most definitely think that you married Michael for his money.
Did you marry Gordon for his money?
I might have.
I actually had retained a divorce attorney.
Like, who are these people that they are
I think the bed you're sleeping.
Yeah, because you come to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning.
So bad.
I feel so guilty.
I feel like you're ready and prepared to go to college.
Yeah.
But it is like ripping my heart out.
Oh, dog, I need you to find some new tricks, okay?
You are the trick.
The mother who is suing me is still married to the woman sitting in there. Kiss my
Okay,
ass.
walk away so I can see it.
On me.
That is so immature.
Why salon? Why I was in the laundromat? Why I was at the hotel? That's a fun moment.
People always got something to say. I don't care.
None of the storylines in the trailer makes sense.
Wendy's mom started saying that she has a shrine. She's doing voodoo on you?
My mom worshipped our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
At day. By night, she's submitting names to shrines.
This is the demons coming to get us. I got the motherfucking bazooka. Come at me the again.
Just shut up.
No, I'm not shutting up.
Shut up. I ain't listening to your raggedy ass.
Okay. Blah, blah, blah,
We're good. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Black Widow.
Are you
Like-
serious? I'm trying to find words. I can't. Give me a second. Okay, that's okay. All right. Wow. That's a trailer.
Like, the trailer is this is why I say the production is the problem, because watching the trailer doesn't give me anything. It doesn't make me feel like, oh, I should look out for the season. If not for the drama that I saw happen. I can hear myself. If not for the drama that I saw happen. Oh, I can still hear myself. What's going on?
I don't know. I'm not hearing double.
Okay, if not for the drama that happened during the shooting, to be honest, this I would not even want to watch this season, because what is this? It's just dry. Nothing for once, like nothing even gave us anything for me to be like, oh, I need to watch this show, I need to do something. It's not giving anything. It's just really stale. It's really boring, and it's just like really crazy to me that you put this out, you edit it, and you're like, this is a good trailer for this season. I'm not really like intrigued because this is the same way they hyped up the RHA. The trailer came, it was boring. The season ended up being boring. And I'm like, oh, God, Jesus.
Like, it's making me wonder, like, really, is this a foreshadowing of what the season's going to be? Is it going to be this dry and just, like, it seems like it's just a game. This is not even, like, what are we doing here? Are we shooting a classic Potomac season? Like, shit. I didn't know if I was going to be watching Potomac or they was about to put on Little House on the Prairie. I was just waiting. Like, what in the world? This has to be, I'm really trying to be nice. This has to be like huh, this was an accident. They didn't mean to put this out. This was accidental. This could not have been with intent. Because what did it give? Like, it gave a little bit of drama. Okay, like, it's I ain't even gonna say it's even addressed some questions because it's just like some shit we knew. Like, okay, there's cheating. Half you bitches married these old ass men for the money. We know. Okay, y'all don't have to tell us. But like, what is it with you sitting on the curb, y'all crying, this table shaking, voodoo? What are we doing? Like, I'm, I haven't been a fan of Potomac really, so I really haven't paid too much attention to it, but from the clips and stuff or the little episodes that I do catch, it's not interesting to me. I just got back to watching Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I only watched that just because I started doing commentary on it. But honestly, these seasons, I don't know what has been, especially this season of Real Housewives, the franchise period, Beverly Hills, Atlanta, Salt Lake City, Potomac, all of them, they have just been dry as hell. It's just been terrible. Honestly, it's just been some terrible ass editing and filming, and I just don't know what production is doing. Like, there's a lot that needs to be addressed when it comes to it. Like, is there a change in production? Is there a change in that's all I could think is there's been a change in production. Like, crew, has somebody been fired? New cameraman, like new editor, like what has really been going on to where you guys are just pushing out, episodes just for time? There's no trying anymore. There hasn't been like a real effort, it seems, to showcase what is so great about this franchise and it being reality TV. This is all reality TV, so it's supposed to be where, you know, like just I just don't even know what to say about this damn thing. I don't like Potomac. I'll just put it out there. There, I said it. I'm not a Potomac fan, so I probably most likely won't watch it. If I do watch it, the reason will be is because of doing review on it. But I don't even see myself wanting to review it. Like, I'm not gonna waste my time watching something that I know I'm really, really not gonna be interested in. Especially when basically I haven't watched it, but I can tell you what the storylines are and have been. Because it seems like they're really all the same. Like, I don't know. I mm, I really don't know what happened with Dr. Ucha, but I'm pretty sure that she will hop back on here pretty soon. Uh, so you guys in the chat, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Let us know what's going on with you guys as well. If there's something you want to talk about, a topic maybe that you've seen that we haven't said anything about, We do have more. We're definitely going to talk about the Chrisean situation because there's just so much more that's just coming out. Uh, and going on with this young lady and her being a new mom. It's a lot. But you guys, let us know what it is that you guys want to talk about. If there's something, on your mind, something you're going through, tell us about your day. Uh, we are nearing the weekend. What are the plans for the weekend? Like, what do you guys like to do? How do most of you spend your weekend? I really want to know because I need more stuff to do. I really do. And you would think that living in Cali that, I probably do a whole lot of stuff, but I don't. Sometimes, I get out and, go for a nice drive and, go to the beach and stuff, but I don't know, I feel like I want to do more. Like there's just so much more that there's so much more to see, so much more to life, so much more to do, and I really need to get into to doing more. Um, whether it's by myself or with people. I would love to have like adventure friends, but honestly, it's so hard to trust people sometimes. And in this world, and I know that's not a way to live, is, to live life not really trusting people. But honestly, most of the people that I know that I do trust and I talk to that I do consider friends, they don't live near me. So it's kind of hard to get out and, you know, do do certain things that I want to do because sometimes it requires more than one person. You're back. Oh yeah, I seen that. You put that up of Marcel. Love that video you did because Marcel.
I was also very surprised that he even came to her defense. I was like,
I don't
so
know why, because he's in fact like I don't care what anybody says he has an infatuation with Mel. He definitely does.
he's number one girl. But yeah, this should be the final for tonight, for today or tonight, whatever time anybody is. So let's talk about this Christian nonsense that is going on. I'm exhausted.
Hold on a second. Uh,
I, I can hear
honestly, at
myself
this point,
in
I'm
my
feeling like if this other boy that or her ex that came out, I wish he is. I would really want him to be the father, just so that she could, But I still don't feel like she would be done with Blueface. Like even if the other one is the father, she
she
would
will
make
get
sure that
pregnant.
purposely within those 6 weeks, like she said, she would get pregnant by Blueface,
Yep.
even though he would disrespect her even more because see, I told y'all she's this and she's that, da 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 da. But like, I feel like it would definitely be better possibly if the other guy is the father. Shit. Like she needs an exit. Like I just feel like she deserves better and she had so much going for herself before Blue. Like she's actually talented. But
But I'm sorry, we need to start. People need to start like holding her like accountable because why are you still with this dude? Why are you still encouraging him? Why are you still arguing with him on social media? Blue within the past 3 days that they've argued, Blueface Twitter grew from 800 to a million. So he's really feeding off of her, and we all know that Elon Musk is paying on Twitter, right? So he's feeding off of her and she's allowing that. Like she's that dumb. He will never marry her. He will never have anything to do with her. Whatever she thinks is going to do with her, it's all in her head. He's not going to leave Jaden or whoever he wants to marry to be with her. She's just that insane if she thinks anything is going to happen.
Right. That's what's sad is the fact that he has this hold on her, and I don't agree with everything DJ Academic says, but he was right. He did say some truths when he was saying how Blueface tries to block, anybody who tries to help and encourage, Chrisean. But because he even before this whole, baby thing, like little baby thing, it was always like it was other people. So it's like he's got to have some type of control over her and her money. And her saying now that the reason why he's doing this is because she wouldn't sign her checks back over, and she wouldn't change the baby's name. And honestly, I believe like that could definitely be part of the problem. And the fact that I guess like the house doesn't have his name on it. But she said that she gave him a key to the house. I mean, and you're right. Like, I believe what you say. She doesn't know that she's treading, the line of losing her fan base. Because it's starting to look like
Yeah.
you're wanting this type of life, and that child deserves so much better. And you better be careful because you're doing all this shit on social media. The feds be watching. Okay? They look at you, and they're just because you got money, that doesn't mean that they won't come snatch that baby up.
But do you think she cares? She
No.
tells people, "Oh, I don't care about whatever you do. I don't care about like." It's just really, really crazy.
Right, go ahead and get that appointment for that baby to have the surgery because evidently when they made the appointment for the surgery, you missed it. Reschedule that appointment and get it done so there could be nothing said.
But
If
yeah, whatever. Like, I don't know. Me, I'm just like I've sort of like hopped off whatever train. It just really exhausting, like mentally to me, because she has refused to learn. She has refused to grow up. She has refused to take corrections, and she feels like she knows everything. So might as well just leave her to know everything.
That's just like Blue thinks he knows everything, but yeah, you're right. She's gonna have to learn. You know what I'm saying? Like people are trying to help her. Hopefully, she gets the help and takes it, and this baby can actually grow up to be a happy, healthy little boy in a good, healthy, functional household.
With a father like that, God be with the child.
With parents like that, gotta be with the child.
Yeah. So do we have any other things to cover up?
No, that'll be it for today. Unless you do want to talk about the Marcel situation, which if not, we could talk about that a little later.
Yeah. So have you finally gotten your surgery scheduled?
Huh?
So have you finally gotten your surgery scheduled?
Oh, she finally got the surgery scheduled.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Oh, okay.
Well,
All
that's
right
good.
then. We'll see you guys next. Oh, that was on. We'll see you guys in 2 days' time for the Ready to Love reunion, and
Uh,
then on Monday, Katerina's interview
yep.
by 6 p.m. EST.
Yep. Also, Sunday for
Bye.
Love Marriage Huntsville. So, see you
Oh
later.
gosh, I
I
even want to
know.
talk to you guys about that. You know what? We'll talk in the DMs.
Okay. Here we are.
All
All right.
right, bye
Bye.
guys.